here's a photo of my co-founder and I, and we were both trained as computer scientists and software engineers. That is probably why when we reached out to investors in the early days after we started AI Rudder, many rejected us because they didn't believe we could sell. And then we chose to this photo, and when our previous company, CoolTech, was listed in New York Stock Exchange in 2018, although our seed round investor was still quite dubious about what we did, selling voice AI agents to fintech companies who were almost exclusively our early day customers, they put their bet on our track records. That is how we raised our first round of financing, $1 million in 2019. Anyway, I tried to learn something about sales and marketing. So in this slide, you can see some of the books I read and tried to learn. One piece of conventional wisdom in building a B2B software company is founder-led sales, meaning as a founder, you need to go out and sell for yourself, at least to your first batch of customers, because only you know the inside out of your product, and only you know your vision. You have to build your own playbook for yourself. But in our case, we did have a salesperson when we started out. And when I saw the way she works, the effectiveness of her work, I felt I could never do that. She could, for example, reach out to hundreds of sales leads in a single day and have up to 9 in-person customer meetings also in a single day, of course, in the same city. And many times turn a mediocre and sometimes bad demos into a one deal. So the important thing is not whether the salesperson is a founder or not, but whether they can be your evangelists, whether they possess such attributes as grit, tenacity, resilience, and ownership. So it's true when people say every founder can sell, but many times we still need help. And by the way, this salesperson is now our global VP of Sales and Customer Success, overseeing our go-to-market operations in more than 10 countries. Fast forward to our Series A round of fundraising. One day, I got a message on LinkedIn from one renowned investor in Singapore, and I went to their office. I told them we already got a couple of term sheets from other investors, so this time, I'm here to make friends, get to know each other. Maybe next time when we raise again, we can talk more about it. Hearing this, they were quite anxious, telling me they could also be very quick if everything went out smoothly. It did. So after 5 days, we also got their term sheet. And later, we decided to take their investment. After some time, they asked me whether I knew the reason they reached out and fairly quickly invest in us. I said no. And they were like, we asked a friend a simple question. If you have $1 million as your personal capital, which startup in this region you would invest in? And that friend of theirs mentioned our name, AI Rudder. But the best part of the story is that friend of theirs was from one of our largest and happiest customers. So you don't know how this resonates with our mantra, which is we must serve our customers well, and we must make as many happy customers as possible, because we never know what good things could happen to us because of our happy customers. Another piece of conventional wisdom in our industry is you gotta focus on one single killer product and scale it up until high tens of millions of ARR, annual recurring revenue, or even 100 million ARR. So in the good old days, basically you can scale a startup from 0 all the way to IPO with only one killer product. In reality, however, when we reach out to our prospects who fall into our ICP, ideal customer profile, which are larger size enterprises with a commercial business. Many of them have very diverse demands and requirements. Some might just want what we have, voice AI agent. Some might want something different, like a text-based chatbot. Some others might want quality assurance product that can check the compliance and quality of conversations in contact centers. And more recently, people are asking for a co-pilot-style quality improvement product that can give agents real-time assistance. So the question for us becomes either we stick to our one product mandate or we build different things for different people. We decided to do the latter because to us, winning more customers and bringing more logos would be much more crucial than sticking to the so-called one product strategy. And the result was much more amazing when we thought, because it not only gives us many more customers, but also a very strong net dollar retention. Most of our customers grew into using more than one product we have to offer over time. Normally, for companies like us, we do fundraising every 12 to 24 months. That is the ordinary cycle. So I just talked about our Series A round of financing. It was closed in the summer of 2021, when the multiple of companies like us was anywhere between 20 to 50, meaning when we have 1 million revenue, the valuation or the worth of our company would be anywhere between 20 million to 50 million. In November the same year, we decided to raise again. So we kicked off our Series B round. Many people, including some of our investors, didn't understand. They thought we were insane in raising again in so short a period of time, given that we were quite well funded. The fact is, we heard a lot of different opinions from friends, from the market. Some said that next year, 2022, the global economy would go down a lot. But many others didn't believe so. So for us, in front of such a big non-consensus, we felt making the right choice would not only be hard, but also vital. But somehow we decided to raise as much as possible at that moment, which turned out to be one of the most important decisions we have ever made in this journey. And the rest was history. Very soon after we closed Series B round, the whole world entered into what's so-called market correction period, where this time the multiple for companies like us plummeted to 5 to 10, meaning when you still have 1 million revenue, this time the valuation instead of 20 to 50 million is only 5 to 10 million. Because of this, many investors and their portfolio companies underwent a very hard time while we had built ourselves a very long and healthy runway for us to maneuver our business, especially in this super AI cycle. I can share with you many more stories along our journey like this, but I don't think any other startup will encounter exactly the same situations as we did before. So the paradigm is much more than the specifics. We must be able to navigate ourselves through different challenges at particular times under particular contexts. We must blaze our own trail. We know the past remedy cannot be the solutions to our present challenges. There's got to be a very long marathon, and there will be a lot of unseen and brand new obstacles. And jumping over these obstacles, in my mind, would not only be the very exciting, but the most enjoyable part of building a startup. Thank you.